I had a dream a couple nights ago that was a profound lesson in trust. So during this dream, I don't know how I got up there, but I found myself on this really tall bus, I guess it was. It was like riding on top of a skyscraper, essentially. That's how high it was in the air. It was like an outdoor platform on top of this bus, but it was hundreds of feet in the air. So me and probably a dozen other people, and I can't remember who else was on there. We were on top of this gigantically tall bus, and it was like going around these streets. And I remember feeling really scared at first when I found myself up there because it was so high up, it was leaning and rocking as we were driving, and I didn't even know who was driving the damn bus. So I had to make an agreement with myself to just trust the process of it. And once I did that, because I couldn't jump off of it and I couldn't stop the bus, there was no way of like even seeing who was driving it or, or talking to them. So I had no choice but to trust in that case. And once I made that decision, I was able to see the beauty in everything because we were driving through the streets and I was hundreds of feet in the air. So I was seeing houses from above, seeing all these buildings from above, and it was just amazing. It turned out to be this really incredible experience. It was an awesome viewpoint, and I learned to like the rocking motion because it would sway as we were going through the streets. So yeah, that dream was a lesson in trust, and that's what I figured out. I think it was yesterday morning, so 2 days ago. So yesterday morning, I realized, wow, that dream was a lesson in trust. That was the theme of the dream, essentially. And yeah, because trust is something I've been working on, having faith in the process of life, trusting that things will work out because they always do. And it's also about surrendering and not resisting. Because in that case, I couldn't jump off and I couldn't tell anyone to stop it. So I just had to completely surrender, let go, and enjoy the ride. And that's a perfect metaphor for life. Once you surrender to the process of life, things just start working out because you have to basically align yourself with the flow of things or harmonize the totality of yourself, because when you have conflicting aspects of yourself, that's what creates turbulence and disharmony. And I'm not saying that what you have to surrender to is necessarily something outside of yourself, but it's something beyond your ego and your conscious mind. I know that much. So it's aligning your conscious mind and your ego with some kind of higher wisdom, whatever you want to call it. If you want to call it God, if you want to call it source, if you want to call it your higher self, if you want to call it your subconscious mind, whatever. It's about surrendering to that deeper knowing. And that's when things just get, that's when you see the sights. That's when you see the wonder in everything in this human experience. So my dream was a perfect metaphor for all of that: trust, surrender, and all that stuff. So I just wanted to share that. Yeah, trust the process of life. Trust your inner knowing, okay? Do that. Peace, peace, much love, and one love, baby.